Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah amma ba'd. Welcome back to another reminder to prepare you for Ramadan. And the final one in my short series. Now today our focus is going to be what you should actually do in Ramadan. The deeds for Ramadan. Now before we talk about that, I want you to refocus your vision. So how to refocus your vision for Ramadan? Now the Prophet ﷺ had this incident happen in his time where one of those companions who was promised paradise by the Prophet ﷺ, he sees a dream. So prior to the dream, he knows about these two individuals, two men from the Sahaba who were well known amongst them. They embraced Islam at the same time. So then Talha, he says that these two, they embraced Islam at the same time, yet one of them was very hard working and strove in the path of Allah, and the other one was much more relaxed and he didn't strive really hard. So then the one who really strove his utmost, he did everything he could, he went to battle defending Islam and he was martyred in the path of Allah. And the other one remained alive for another year. And then he also passed away. So then Talha sees the dream. So he goes to sleep that night and he sees in his dream that he is at the gates of Jannah. And it's not like our dreams. We're dreaming about our house, our cars, the luxuries of this life. No. Their dreams, he's seeing the gates of paradise and he's there. And those two men that have both passed away now, they're at the gates of paradise. Then he says, someone came out from the gates of paradise and called the one who wasn't that hardworking and who lived for an extra year. He called him first and he took him into Jannah. Then he came back afterwards and then he called the hardworking one and took him into Jannah second. So Talha wakes up, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, from this dream and he's puzzled. What's going on here? Someone who didn't work as hard, didn't strive as hard, and he goes into Jannah first? Doesn't make sense. So like with everything that puzzled the companions, they went to the Prophet ﷺ, and the dream is told to the Prophet ﷺ, and then the Prophet ﷺ says, what do you find so puzzling? And they're still thinking, what's going on here? And the Prophet ﷺ says, didn't this one live a whole year more than the other one? They say, yes, he did. Then the Prophet ﷺ says, didn't he witness an extra Ramadan? They say, yes, he did. The Prophet ﷺ continues, so didn't he fast those days and pray continuously during those days? And that's why he entered Jannah first. Witnessing a Ramadan, an extra Ramadan, can make you superior to someone who wasn't present. Just imagine those people who have passed away and those people who won't reach Ramadan, their wish will be, oh Allah, if only I had enough time just to witness one more Ramadan. In fact, in the Muwatta of Imam Malik, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions that the Prophet ﷺ was shown the ages of the people that preceded us. So the Prophet ﷺ shown this by Allah, how long the people of the past used to live. Nuh alayhi salam was calling to Allah for 950 years. Only Allah knows exactly how long he actually lived. So the Prophet ﷺ, when he saw that, he thought, how am my ummah in such a short time, 60 to 70 years, going to do as many good deeds as those people? Look at the thinking of the Prophet ﷺ. It's nothing to do with how much money they're going to amass. is to do with the thing that will bring about the most good for them. This is the one who spent his night crying over us. This is the one who said to his companions, I wish I could see my brothers. And they said, Ya Rasulullah, aren't we your brothers? He said, no, you're my companions. My brothers are those آمنوا بي ولم يروني. They are the ones who believed in me, yet they hadn't seen me and haven't seen me. This is the one who wanted the best for us, even though he doesn't know us and hasn't seen us. He wants the best for us. He was thinking, how are we going to do as many good deeds as those people who lived for so long? Then the Prophet ﷺ was blessed with Laylatul Qadr. One night in every year, in every Ramadan, that gives you an extra life for every year that you live. We're going to live, this ummah will live 60 to 70 years. That's the average age of this ummah. And in one night, Laylatul Qadr, it becomes an added lifetime to your life. 83.3 recurring years of ibadah you earn for that ibadah in that one night. Not surprising, the Prophet ﷺ tells us, seek it out, search for it, don't let it go. This is the climax of Ramadan. So how do we make sure that we reach the pinnacle in preparation for Laylatul Qadr? It's about consistency. And there has to be a plan. And really, if there isn't targets, you're never going to push yourself. So this Ramadan, we know we need to think about, before we get to Ramadan, what are the deeds that I need to do? And what are my targets for this Ramadan that are greater than my targets for last Ramadan? So first and foremost, the fasting has to be there. It has to be every single day. And with that said, if you have children, your children need to be encouraged to fast. Forget about what people are saying about the fasts are so long and we need to be merciful to our children. No. Fasting is a mercy to you and your children and to this ummah. Fasting is the mercy. If your children have hit puberty, Allah has made it mandatory for them to fast. There's no option. If they haven't hit puberty and they're still, end of year 6 in primary school, they need to be fasting. Once they get to 10, 11, 12, they have to be fasting because this is what Allah wants. If they don't do it now, they're never going to do it. And for you, this is the good deed. You're enjoining the good. You're preventing them from that which harms them. Not fasting actually harms them. Exams, if they're pleasing Allah, Allah will give them tawfiq. Don't worry about those things. So first and foremost, the obligatory deeds that have to be done must be done. Why? The Prophet ﷺ says that Allah said, وَمَا تَقَرَّبَ إِلَيَّ عَبْدِي بِشَيْءٍ أَحَبَّ إِلَيَّ مِمَّا افْتَرَضْتُهُ عَلَيْهِ. My slave doesn't draw closer to me with anything that is more beloved to me than that which I have made obligatory. So all of your obligations that are upon you, whether it comes to ritual worship like prayers, like fasting, whatever else that you have to do like giving zakah, those obligations have to be fulfilled. Then on top of them, you increase by doing other good deeds. Now what are the special deeds for Ramadan? Now some of the scholars of the past like Az-Zuhri, he summarized it in two things. He said when Ramadan comes, it's all about qira'atul Qur'an wa it'amut ta'am. He summarized it with these two things. The best deeds you can do, reading more Qur'an than ever before, and feeding the people more than you've done ever before. The Prophet ﷺ was the most generous of people and was the most generous in Ramadan because he used to rehearse and practice and read the Qur'an to Jibreel alayhi salam in every night of Ramadan. That's the impact of the Qur'an. It has an impact which makes you more generous, giving to everyone out there. This is the impact it had on the Prophet ﷺ. Is it not the same impact it must have on us? surely. The scholars of the past taught us, in Ramadan, the major act of ibadah other than the obligations, for them, it was one thing. Read from the pages of the Quran. And you will see, we have inherited this because when you go on the buses and the tube in Ramadan, you will see so many people open up the Quran that you never saw. You saw their faces throughout the year, traveling to the same places as you travel during your work journey. But now they open up the Quran. This is a mercy from Allah. Allah wants khair for us. So, if we summarize the deeds, those are the two main deeds that you need to do. Read Quran. So how much? If last year you were reading 1 juz a day, up it by a juz. 2 juz a day this time. If last year you were reading 2 juz, up it by 1 more, 3 juz. If last year it was 3, up it by 1. If last year you gave in total in charity £5,000, up it. Make sure this Ramadan is better than last in every single type of deed that you did. And remember this final hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. أفضل الأعمال, the best deeds that you can do. أن تدخل السرور على أخيك المؤمن, that you make your Muslim brother and sister happy. أو تقضي عنه دينا, or you pay off his debt. أو تطعمه خبزا, or you feed him. There are so many opportunities for us to do these deeds. So take them with both hands and know that they are a blessing. You're not doing a favor to the person that you're helping. That person is an opportunity for Allah to bless you. May Allah give us the tawfiq to take the greatest benefit from this Ramadan. This is your brother in Islam, Shaqur Rehman. Until next time, Jazakumullah khaira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.